All right, so who did you root for yesterday, Baltimore or Pittsburgh? It was a tough call because nobody can root for Pittsburgh.
That's true, but I was.
Me too.
And I'll bet you the Browns were kind of too, because I don't think they're as good as Baltimore. And the Browns have 2 games left with Pittsburgh and 1 with Baltimore, so that entered into it. But yeah, that was like a litmus test for a Browns fan. Which team, the 2 most hated teams in Cleveland, who do you
Yeah, and
root
usually you just see the scoreboard and see the score, but this one you could actually watch it.
Yeah.
And what an injury what an ugly injury, and it about Mason-Rudolph, and you just sometimes forget how violent the game is.
Yeah, and how when you watch the game, and when you watch that play, as soon as he let go, the camera goes away from him.
Right.
But you could tell that there was a big hit coming.
Exactly.
And
all right, here's what happened yesterday in the AFC North. The recap: the Ravens win in overtime. Justin Tucker with the field goal, 26-23. By the way, 2 or 3 years ago they shortened the overtime period, and it's almost an extra possession for each team that they've taken away.
They shortened the overtime.
Yeah, it's 12 minutes now instead of 15.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mason-Rudolph leaves the game in the 3rd quarter with a concussion. Lamar-Jackson, 3 interceptions. Are people getting onto him?
Or is he not getting developed as quickly as he should?
Both of those are good questions.
Yeah. I actually think he looks better than he looked in that last game of last year against the Browns, where he just looked like a running back, running around throwing the ball.
It looks like he has an idea, but
he does.
The throw is not good enough. All right, the Bengals continue to be winless. They lose to the Cardinals 26-23, same score as the Baltimore game. Zane Gonzalez, former Cleveland Brown, hits a 31-yard field goal as time expired. Kyler Murray, 20 of 32, and 253 yards, 10 carries, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown. If he carries 10 times a game, he's not going to last very long.
Yeah, that's probably true. It's funny when a marquee player like that goes to a team like Arizona, it's like he's in another league. Like, we'll never see him probably all year.
Right. Yeah, that was like, who was it who said, I'm going to send you to, was that Adam Gase? I'm going to send you to Cleveland and you'll never hear from you again?
Yeah, or the Giants, allegedly, from Odell said that they sent him here
all
to die.
All right, so here's the standings. Baltimore now with a 3-2 record, and the Browns a half game behind, although if they win, they'll be tied in the standings, although they'll have the edge because of the win over Baltimore. Pittsburgh now, isn't that nice to see, though, 1-4?
Yes, it is.
2 games behind Cincinnati. Isn't that nice to see, 0-5?
Yeah. Is it too early to talk magic number?
Yeah, I believe it is. So there's the AFC North recap, and the Browns, of course, will take on the 49ers tonight. When you look at the 49ers, they're 3-0. They just had a bye week. But it appears, although wins are hard to come by against anybody, it doesn't look like they played anybody.
That's what I've heard. I was trying to think the last time I actually watched a 49ers game.
Y.A. Tittle.
Probably. Well, at least Joe Montana back, 20 years ago, whatever it was. Because, they're not on. If you're not a really good team, we don't see any of the West Coast teams.
Jerry Rice, I heard, was pretty good at one time.
Yeah, that too. And, who's even the coach of the 49ers now? Is it
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan, okay.
After that 14-page
that's right,
presentation to get out.
Abdicated his
He abdicated
throne.
his throne, no question about that.